Alright, and of course it did come to me as soon as I pressed the stop button, and that was that one character in the movie has a scene where they're attacked. I don't want to say who it is, but it is incredibly, incredibly similar to their attack in the first film. It's a returning character, and that was just kind of annoying to me. I was thinking, if you're going to do that, why didn't you just kill him off in the very first movie? Um, there was one more thing that was kind of annoying to me, I think. I can't think of what it was. The dialogue was really good, I thought. The story was excellent. I really liked the story. Like I said, there was about a 30-second shot at the very end of the movie that I thought was just incredibly goofy, and it could have easily been avoided. Um, but there was something else that was on the tip of my tongue I was wanting to say. I love how not everyone was as white trash in this. I know that sounds bad, but there was the redneck characters, of course, like some farmers and stuff, and there was also some like kind of rebel people. So kind of the punk kids. There was some psychobilly music, and that was great. I also love an excellent. I'm a huge Rocky Horror Picture Show fan, so there was an excellent Rocky Horror Picture Show homage in that movie. Um, there's some really good humor in it as well. I really, whenever it comes down to it, it was a great, great, great film. I think I would easily give it a 9 out of 10. Whenever I saw it at first, that one shot had me kind of annoyed to the point where I was going to give it like an 8 out of 10. But I look back at it now, and that one shot really doesn't ruin it, especially if I look at it in retrospect at what they were trying to do. So I would give it a 9 out of 10. Um, Brad Dourif is really one of the main characters of this one. Uh, there's a scene in the movie that happens, and he sort of kind of recovers from it emotionally just a little too quickly to be convincing. But whenever the scene happens, he gives an amazing, amazing performance because that just floored me. Because Brad Dourif is someone who's famous for playing Chucky. I mean, that's a very goofy character. Whenever he shows these really powerful emotional scenes, and he pulls them off perfectly. I mean, it's incredibly realistic. Um, I love that. I thought that was really good, and it showed that Dourif can do something more than cry out to Andy if he wants to play. Um, there's something else I was gonna say. Oh, a lot of people criticize the whole ghost thing. I like as Deborah being a ghost. I liked it. I thought it fit really well, and it explored an area of the Halloween series that's never been explored before. But this is Rob Zombie's Halloween. This is not John Carpenter's Halloween. Personally, I'm not a fan of John Carpenter's Halloween, but I like Rob Zombie's Halloween. Go ahead, hate me, but I'm not a huge fan. It's a good movie, don't get me wrong. It's a little overhyped, but it's good. But I'm not a fan of the first one by any means. I'm not a fan. Um, I think that what he did with this one was he took Myers and turned him into less of a boogeyman or the shape, the silhouette, and he turned him into more of sort of kind of just a killing machine. And I prefer that. I really do. I know it loses its creepiness, but I do prefer that. One thing though, whenever I saw the teaser for this, I thought I was going to hate the movie, was the whole Phantom of the Opera mask. How his mask is kind of the reverse Phantom of the Opera. Um, I thought that actually the way that happened to the mask, because of course latex deteriorates. I thought there was going to have to be a rotten hole in the mask. It's not. There's actually a scene that explains why there's a big hole in his mask. It's not what you think either. It's not the gunshot. That was really cool how he incorporated that. And I mean, of course, I love how he's actually just doing something to change it, and he's not just putting blue chevrons on the mask like they did in Friday the 13th Part 5. He's actually doing something physically to alter this mask. And I also like how he shows this mask is very sentimental to Michael. I mean, if you watch the normal series in Part 4, he gets a new mask. I think in Part 5 he even gets a new mask. So this one is sentimental to him. He got it ever since his first kill to his last kill, he was wearing this mask. Um, at least in the series so far. Um, I really think that the choice to have Michael as a very grungy, almost. If you've ever seen I cannot remember the name. I cannot remember the name of the movie. I think it's called Slaughterhouse. But oh my god, I cannot. I just remember I have a German DVD of it on the way called Pig Farm Massacre, but I'm pretty sure it's called Slaughterhouse. You ever seen that? Like I think it seems like Buddy Baker or something. He has like, this huge grizzly beard and long, greasy, stringy hair. That's what Michael Myers looks like in this without his mask on. And I think that it works perfectly because there's a scene in the movie at the very end where you can see it on the trailers as well. There's a helicopter circling him, and there's the blue cop lights, the red cop lights, the huge spotlight, and the mask hair's blowing. His long hair is blowing out of the back of the mask, out of the hole on the top of it right here where the gunshot went in. You can see part of the beard through the bottom where the hole in the mask is right here. You can see the beard coming up out of it. It was great. That entire scene had some amazing cinematography, which I thought that I would never, ever say about a Rob Zombie film. Usually his are very kind of raw and gritty with the kind of like the running camera, like the hey, let's go trudging on behind them, which I really don't like. There's not any of that in this movie, I don't think. If it is, it's incredibly quick, and it's during like a kill scene where it's really brutal instead of chasing someone through the woods. I know I probably already mentioned it, but I love how they did the choice to have the characters as scarred up, because I don't know how many times I've watched a horror movie and it's a horrible event has happened to them. There's not even any scar on them, or they don't even seem phased. I mean, I think that both Scott and Danielle are both incredibly attractive actresses, incredibly. And sorry, my eyes are incredibly dry as well. But I think that it was a very ballsy choice of him to have them scarred up, because whenever you take a beautiful actress and you basically dull down their attractiveness by adding prosthetic scars on them, that's something that it's kind of ballsy, because usually whenever you watch horror films, you watch them for TNA and blood. And I thought that was a great choice of Zombie to do that. And it works really well. And it just really showed how it felt, even though there's some scenes in it that felt goofy and sort of kind of off the wall, especially like the hallucinations. Some of them are goofy. I mean, they look good, don't get me wrong, and they fit, but some of them are just kind of like weird and off the wall, and they don't even make any sense. But sorry, my eyes are killing me. They're having gang wars. Even though that aspect was in it of the kind of silliness, it still felt incredibly realistic with the characters. Every character in the movie felt realistic in some way. Some felt more realistic than others, but overall, the positiveness of this movie, you're going to feel very satisfied if you go and see it, I think. I don't think it's going to let many people down. Die-hard fans of the original who diss the remake, I still would recommend that you go see it, because I prefer the Rob Zombie remake to the original, but I do like I do like H2 better than the other one. All my criticisms of the trailer that I saw, the teaser, wherever I saw it, were quickly replaced by intrigue by the theatrical trailer, and then by the time the second and third official trailers rolled around, I was dying to see this movie, and I went to go see it today, and it's been a couple hours since I saw it, and once it resonates in, and once you have time to think about some of the things in it, that whenever you see them at first, they're kind of obvious, and you might not have liked them at first, like the ending shot, or it's about 2 minutes away from the ending. Whenever you see it, you'll know it. It's an homage to Part 5, you can obviously tell, so that's the only thing I want to say about it. But whenever you see that, like I said, the audience at my theater laughed. I've actually tried to record this video 3 times, keeping it under 10 minutes, and it's physically impossible, so I'm going to keep it under 20 minutes. I love this movie so much, I honestly do, that I can't stop talking about it. So if I know I keep saying, I know I've already mentioned this, but if I haven't, that's why I'm not crazy, I'm not forgetting what I'm saying, I just can't remember which video I mentioned it in or not. But go see it, have yourself a blast. Whenever I saw the trailer, the teaser, I wanted to hate it. So don't think that I automatically was thinking that this movie was going to be good, because I did it. I actually thought it was going to suck until I saw about the third or fourth trailer for it. It's probably one of the best remakes or reimaginings of anything I've ever seen. I can't believe I've run out of things to talk about, but I guess that's it. The criticisms of the film are very small, nitpicking things, almost like the Hugo Stiglitz part of *Inglourious Bastards*. So, aside from my nitpickiness, I really enjoyed it.